We're going to show you how to do simple fermentation. And we're here with Mika Kato. She's a registered dietitian and she's going to take it away. We've already cut up some Napa cabbage that we bought.
Yeah, and we're just going to sprinkle on 1/8 of a cup of sea salt on there. And then we'll take about 1/2 cup of water to start, or maybe even a cup because that's quite a bit of cabbage.
We might need more jars.
Yeah. And then we just want to get your hand in there and just massage it. Yeah,
okay.
You can go ahead and do it.
Okay.
And just work the salt into the cabbage.
Okay.
Because we want to extract the liquid, like the water, out of the vegetable. So we actually want to like squish it.
I see.
Like,
I see.
be violent.
Oh.
Like this.
So you're trying to get
just macerate it.
Okay,
a
gotcha.
bit, right?
Okay.
Like you would macerate a fruit.
Okay. So we're almost
with
so
sugar.
there's some brine left.
Yeah. So we're trying to
bottom.
develop a bit of a brine.
Okay.
Like a salt brine, and then extract the liquid out of the vegetable.
Okay.
And just keep working at it. So I'll let you work on that.
Okay.
I've also julienned some green onions. I'm just going to throw them in now, so you can just massage them. And I've also done this same julienne for the carrots, because I like the crunch.
Okay.
And then I'm going to take some of this daikon radish, and I'm going to cut them.
Great.
You can julienne them, you can cut them into chunks. I'm going to do bigger pieces.
And some kimchi has more daikon in it.
Yeah, some of the, like kimchi can be made with different vegetables. So there's like daikon ones, there's ones with cucumber. You can make them with cabbage. I mean, you can pretty much ferment any vegetable that you like.
And if I did mention, I'm so excited that Mika's here visiting. And this is so great that she's sharing this with us. We've been wanting to do this for a while.
Yeah.
Whoops. How are we doing?
All right, so we can just let it sit.
There's quite a bit of liquid there in the bottom.
Yeah.
That's what you're going for.
That's right. So we'll just let that sit. Next, we're going to make the paste.
Okay.
So I've already finely grated some apple. You can also use pear. Like Koreans tend to use pear in there, but we have an apple, so we did that.
Okay.
And there's about maybe 2 tablespoons. And then we want to put some garlic. So maybe we'll start with like a couple of cloves. And then I'm also going to grate some ginger. Yeah, right in there. We're making a paste. And then I'm grating some organic ginger, so you don't have to peel the skin.
Okay.
It's organic.
It's good to have the skin.
Again, it just kind of all depends on your preference, how garlicky and how gingery you want it.
Right, and same thing with the apple or pear, that's to taste, right?
Yeah, so, like you like it, like more sugar is in there, it's gonna ferment.
Okay.
More, right, and faster. You just need a little bit of sugar to start it along, so that's why we use fruit. But you can also just use regular sugar if you like. And you just put like a teaspoon to 1/2 teaspoon.
Right, so that's where when you buy store-bought kimchi and you see sugar in the ingredients.
Yeah, it's to help the fermentation, to kickstart.
Okay.
Yeah, and then this is about maybe a teaspoon, not even, of grated ginger.
Okay, did you want me to use all of them?
No, I think this is good. Yeah, like we put 2 cloves of garlic.
Right,
and like a little, I guess like an inch of ginger grated.
Okay.
And then we can put the chili flakes. So these are the Korean chili flakes that you can get at the local Asian grocer. And it depends, so the amount you put in depends on how hot you want it. So how hot would you like your kimchi to be?
Mild.
Mild? So if you like it mild, then it's just a tablespoon.
Should we make it moderate? Well, mild.
Mild.
Okay, to start.
Yeah, because you guys are like starting off, right? And then if you want it spicier next batch, you can add more.
So just a tablespoon.
Yeah, and then we also have fresh serrano, so that'll add a little bit more spice.
Okay.
So I just like to just slice them. Slice a few and just throw it in there with the vegetables. I think that should be enough.
Great. And did you say that's something that it's more of a Korean style to have the serrano peppers in there?
No, it's just more of our thing. Like the instructor that I learned from.
Okay.
She said you can put fresh chilies as well as the dried.
Okay.
So I just do both.
Great.
And then you just mix all those ingredients together to form a paste. So it's just kind of
that's the color of kimchi.
And then the more chili you add, the brighter orange it would be, and spicier it would be.
Great.
And then you just add the paste in here into the bowl like this. And then again, mix it in. Do you want to do it, the mixing?
Sure.
Okay.
Feel free to step in if I'm not being aggressive enough. Okay.
Yeah, just think like you're mixing dough.
Okay.
So you can see that it's getting orange. And the brine is really coming out.
The spice,
you can smell the ginger and the garlic. It's really nice.
Beautiful.
So this is pretty much it, and then you just stuff it into the jars.
Okay.
And you can just do it by hand.
The liquid there.
Yeah, there's lots of brine in there.
Okay.
So then you just start putting these into your jar. So, I mean, if a Korean mom saw this, she'll be like, this is not kimchi. But this is like a pretty simplified version, and it's vegetarian.
And what is it that makes it different?
Well, I know like Korean moms and grandmas, when they make it, they use like seafood products, so like a shrimp paste, like dried shrimp paste, I think, or fermented shrimp paste is what goes in. So yeah, I'm trying to make it so that anyone can eat it. Right, so then you want to push this down.
Oh yeah, there's some air pockets in there.
So you want to push the vegetable down into the jar. Again, this just helps to get the liquid out of the vegetable.
So are we trying not to put the liquid in?
No, we will top it with the brine.
Okay, so
because we want
the
vegetables to be submerged inside the liquid.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
That's important, otherwise it won't all ferment.
Well, it's just, it just keeps it. That's the, Okay, so then we just pour this in. And if we need to make more brine, we can just make more brine and just top it up.
If it's not submerged.
Yeah, we just want to top it so that, see, it's kind of covered in liquid. So yeah, you need to make a little bit more brine.
Okay.
So just get a little more salt and water, and you just pop that off. And then you just want to loosely put the lid on so that the bubbles that come out from the fermentation can escape.
Okay.
Right. So then your jar doesn't blow up, doesn't build pressure.
Okay. So maybe not screwing it all the way?
Yeah, you would screw it all the way.
Okay.
I'm just gonna taste this. Ooh, that's really salty. I may have made too much brine. Okay, I'm just gonna put a bit more.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna put a little bit more in yours too. Ooh. Oh, it's spilling everywhere.
That's okay.
Okay.
All right.
And then if you have something like a little plate that you can put on top to push everything down, it's a good way to help the vegetables stay below the brine. But then you could also like keep checking on it every day and just pushing it down with your cleaning hands.
Right, for the vegetables that float.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because they might float up top.
I see. Okay.
So that's pretty much it. And then you just loosely screw on the top, and then you want to just keep it in a room temperature, darker area of your kitchen. I mean, you can even leave it on the countertop. Like that's what I do because I don't have enough dark space in my kitchen. So it's just up to you. But you want to check it every day, and you can let it ferment
every day.
No, just check, look at it, because you'll see bubbles coming out when the fermentation's happening. And you'll notice, like when you open the jar, there might be like air bubbling up. Okay. And then you know that it's fermenting. So I usually let it just sit for like maybe 2 days, 3 days, and then do a taste.
Okay.
Yeah, and sometimes you notice scum forming on top, just scoop it up and throw it out.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, and then after a
So
week...
you can ferment it between 1 to 5 days. So if it's a hotter weather, it's going to ferment faster.
Okay.
Right now it's winter, so it might take maybe 4 or 5 days for
Okay.
the fermentation to really kick in. And the way you can tell whether it's fermenting is that it's going to taste more acidic
Okay.
as the ferment progresses. Yeah.
Okay, so I guess it's possible to let it ferment too long.
Yeah, and then it gets really sour.
Okay.
Yeah, and then you'll notice carbonation
Okay.
in the vegetable. Then you know you let it go too long. Yeah,
Okay.
too tangy and carbonated.
Okay.
Then you know you let it go. Then in that case, you can just use the kimchi for like soups.
Okay, so it's
And you
not a
can
waste.
cook it.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then you stop the fermentation by putting it in the refrigerator.
Yeah, so then when you're happy with the level of acidity,
Okay.
right, then you would, tighten the lid and put it in the fridge, and then it slows down the fermentation.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great.
That's
Well,
pretty much
thank you
it.
so much. So good for your immune system. So good for your GI tract. Thank you, Mika, for joining us
You're
and showing
welcome.